Muhammad from Morocco.
Hello?
Yes, Muhammad.
I want to ask you a question about the so-called Islamic banks in Morocco. They are called participating banks.
Okay.
They make you, if you want to get, for example, an apartment, they make you to sign a document before the bank gets full ownership of the thing.
Okay.
So is it permissible to go to a bank and sign that document before, the bank gets the full ownership?
Okay, I will answer you, inshallah. Brother Muhammad's question, and he's from Morocco, is about what is called Islamic banks. And I have spoken about Islamic banks so many times. Not every bank that puts Islamic to its name or title is truly Islamic. A lot, and I'm re-emphasizing this and reiterating it, a lot of banks are not Islamic. They have a Sharia board with PhD holders, with names and famous maybe, but they just simply sign on what is on paper. They don't know what's going on in reality. They don't go into the transactions of the bank. So they sit in their big offices, and the bank, the corporate banking comes to them and say, we have this scheme, this Islamic window, and it goes like this and that. And the sheikh looks into it, he says, okay, this sounds okay. He signs and puts his stamps. Of course, he gets usually a big bonus at the end, not to discredit him. A'udhu billah. He's a good scholar, he is reliable, but it's not sufficient to give the fatwa without going into details, especially if they're going to use your name. Your name is an asset. My name is an asset. If people use it and I'm unaware of it and look the other way, this is not the right thing to do. The scholar is supposed to go and check the transactions because they have his signed fatwa, but they're not implementing it to the letter. They are bending the rules bits and pieces here and there. So what's happening is, like Brother Muhammad from Morocco, I go to the bank and I say, listen, there's this house, there's this villa that I'm interested in buying. And they said, okay, how much is it? It costs 1 million dirham. So I said, okay, sign papers here that you're willing to pay it over the duration of 20 years, and we will charge you 1.5 million dirham with a percentage of 50%. And make a commitment that you agree and you are liable in front of the law that you will buy it from us once we have acquisition of it. And you sign. This signature itself means that they are selling you something they do not possess. Because if you ask them, okay, before I sign, do you own the property? They say, no. Once you sign, we're gonna buy it. Okay, if you're gonna buy it and you're certain that I'll be forced to buy it from you, might as well give me the money in cash and let me buy it, and I'll give you the $500,000 interest over the period of 20 years. This is not permissible. And I personally asked Sheikh bin Abdul Aziz ibn Baz and Sheikh Muhammad bin Uthaymeen about this issue decades ago. And they told me that this is totally prohibited. There must be no obligation. Someone comes to me and say, Sheikh Assim, I'd like to buy this beautiful car, but I don't have money. So I said, okay, how much is it? He says, 200,000 riyals. I said, okay, if I buy it for you, will you be committed to buying it from me with a percentage? He said, definitely. He says, okay, give me your guarantees, give me 2 witnesses, swear by Allah, sign a paper or document, or give me a down payment of 20,000 riyals. Any type of commitment makes the deal haram, and Allah knows best.